Other areas of the country, we've seen scary scenes of water rescue and really across our state. Well, that hasn't happened here in our area, though we have some roads closed. But when heavy rains start to fall, it can be a bad sign in some Columbus neighborhoods that easily flood. If a flood warning is issued, the Columbus Fire and Rescue Team immediately goes out to begin checking on residents. WCBI's Quentin Smith spoke with some firefighters. He joins us now live in the studio with more. Quentin.
That is right, Andrea. A lot of rain can be disastrous for some neighborhoods, especially in East Columbus. The Columbus Fire and Rescue Team tells me the Masonic area is usually the first to flood, and spring and late winter is when most of the flooding occurs. When it rains, it pours. And for areas like this one in East Columbus, the wet weather can be a big problem.
The Masonic neighborhood is the lowest portion next to the Magby Creek, which Magby Creek's a smaller tributary that usually fills up a lot faster.
When this area receives heavy rain, it can easily flood. And once that happens, Columbus Fire and Rescue goes to keep a close eye on any rising water.
Once a warning's issued, we do have personnel that go out in the county and kind of monitor problem spots that are identified beforehand, and also monitor creek levels and river levels to see where we are.
Captain Wes Mims says this is the normal level for the water after a heavy rain. If the water rises any higher, the firefighters could have to use boats.
Columbus Fire and Rescue actually has 5 boats that we run. We have flat bottom boats, an inflatable boat, and then a larger boat that we can run on the river.
And the firemen already have a plan in place if someone gets stuck inside their house.
We usually walk a boat in if it's manageable with 2 people, so we'll have enough room to get people out of their houses, and we can float in shallow water, so we'll take that approach first.
Mims says the boats are used more often than you'd think, especially when it comes to training.
We do swift water training quite often, dive training also. We run the boats to make sure the batteries are good and the water pumps are all working.
And Mims has some advice for people who live in the flood-prone areas.
It's good to have a bag prepared with medications and things so they can leave on a moment's notice, because water does come up fairly fast.
And of course, the water here hasn't been that high, but Columbus Fire and Rescue is a part of a regional response team. If any other counties are heavily hit, they will be sent to that area to help. Andrea, back